Hi everyone, welcome back to another video. We're Football Unleashed and we're doing a Premier League preview of Arsenal versus Manchester City. Now this could be an interesting game. I think this will be closer than people think. Jay, thoughts?
Yeah, so obviously at the Etihad we haven't had much success there ever, but with with this season and City's current form obviously not looking too great. Our form it's looking decent. It's looking all right, especially with Partey coming in. I think it will be definitely a more close game than people will expect. Mo, do you want to add anything?
Yeah, I think Arsenal are looking the better team on form. I don't know, Man City have been a bit sloppy. I don't know if it's because they're missing an out-and-out striker, or because isn't it Sterling that's playing up front for them and not Jesus or Aguero?
Wait, what's sloppy with like not having a striker?
No. I said and also as well.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because they haven't. Aguero both injured, in it. So
they had Mahrez, I'm pretty sure, last time.
That's not Mahrez's actual position, is it?
No. He's a winger. Out and out.
Yeah, so City do have some injury issues.
Yeah.
But
you still have to understand it's City though. They have so much squad depth.
Aguero's back in training. I actually remembered. I don't know whether he's going to be fit for the Arsenal game, but he returned to training last week.
Yeah, he's been training with Argentina as well.
Oh, okay, so he might be fit then. If he's been training for a while, then he might be fit for that game. But the City are missing big name anyway. Kevin De Bruyne confirmed out for the Arsenal game, I'm pretty sure.
Why?
He got injured with Belgium, didn't he?
Mm-hmm. So, okay. Wow.
Yeah, that's definitely a big.
Is it confirmed?
Impact the game. I'm pretty sure it's confirmed. Yeah, confirmed or at least very likely. But with Arsenal, with Arsenal's form looking quite nice and their style of play and Arteta knowing their system inside out. Do you know what I mean? I'd be prepared to see an Arsenal shocker here. I'm not going to bet on it, but I wouldn't put it past them. I wouldn't put it past Arsenal to perform quite well and shock City. And I want to see it happen. I would want to see it happen. I actually do want to see Arteta get success with this Arsenal team because he's done so well already.
Yeah.
Beating Pep, his old...
Forget that. Why would you want Arteta to succeed, man?
Because I'd rather see him succeed than City succeed again, bro.
Oh, no. City are still challenging for the title no matter how badly they lose. I think realistically for a lot of fans, Arsenal, like right now, are so far off that kind of that consistency that you need to be title contenders.
And honestly, I'd rather... Okay, so let's assume Liverpool keep up their kind of... I don't want to use the word dominance, but kind of good play.
Losing 7-2 to Villa, you're calling dominance.
I'm saying I don't. It was dominance
from Villa, not from you.
All right, listen. Let's assume Liverpool keep up their successes. All right, for the next few seasons. I'd much rather be challenging Arsenal for the title than challenging Man City for the title because no one has respect for City, really, do they? They just they came out of nowhere and just bought the league 3 times. So it's like
if they win it, they win it. Well, no one really cares. No one really bothers about them.
Yeah, but it's like a classic title race, isn't it? I'd much rather.
I've never seen a City fan rinse it or anything. Bro, guaranteed if Arsenal win it, it's going all over mine, Omar's Instagram stories.
Oh God, bro.
Mate, if you guys win one game, it goes all over your Instagram stories.
Bro, United do that so much more. It's embarrassing. Bro, the only games I've ever posted are like fucking finals or semi-finals. Nothing else.
I don't know. I've kind of noticed that Arsenal fans do it a lot more.
Bro, I see last year, United will beat Brighton 2-0 after 2 Fernandes penalties, and be like, you see Mo on his story, be like, my manager, great win today, lads.
What? I only done that after the City game when we beat City.
Exactly, bro. That's embarrassing. You do it after fucking like Premier League games. We do it in like semi-finals and finals.
To be fair, it's the Manchester derby. It is the Manchester derby.
Yeah, we done the double over them that season. Last season.
What do you get for winning the Manchester derby? Do you get a trophy?
Also, I'm pretty sure you guys have done it that when it's not semi-finals or finals, whatever. No. I'm pretty sure I've seen that before, but okay, we'll move on from everyone's Instagram stories. And I can't remember what you're talking about, but Jay, you can carry on talking about something. You're the Arsenal fan, so you should have something to say.
Yeah, so obviously De Bruyne being out is big. You know, it's actually kind of a shame because I feel like Thomas Partey would have just like absolutely bummed him that game.
Oh my god, this guy.
For like Phil Foden. So I mean, I feel like he'll still get praise for his performance on. I don't even know what day it is, to be honest. But when we do play, yeah, it's not going to have the same meaning to it if it is going to be against a significantly weaker Man City midfield.
So are you saying you'd prefer to have full strength and then?
If we beat them, yeah, obviously you want to beat them at like both of you at full strength. Then actually, like,
yeah, but okay,
they have no excuse whatever for them.
That's true, but also let's take into account that City full strength is a much better team than City at the moment. So let's take into account the likelihood of you beating them. So would you rather City full strength and you less likely to beat them, or would you rather them City in this state?
100% the weaker City team.
Okay.
Yeah. Apparently, Aubameyang might be injured as well.
Oh, I haven't heard this. That's massive.
Like, there's Instagram story.
What happened?
What are you on about?
Aubameyang.
Injured?
Yeah.
From what?
He's got an ankle injury.
Where are you hearing this from?
Yeah.
You go on Fantasy Team and it says on it.
On what?
Fantasy Team, it tells you what the players...
If you're getting your news from there, mate, bro, that is wrong.
Me and Jeff have elite sources inside, innit?
Like Koshi did, innit? With the Sancho signing.
Yeah, bro, don't be getting your information from FPL, mate.
I haven't heard personally that Aubameyang's out. If he is out, that's a major blow. If he is out, I don't see Arsenal getting anything from it. But him being there is definitely a kind of template for Arsenal being able to get something out of the game. So I'm looking forward to watch that as long as we don't pay £15 for it. I don't know. Is that one of the box office games?
No. It's definitely on like BT Sports, Sky Sports, probably Sky Sports. But you know what?
No, I think it's on BT Sport because of 5:30 kickoff, isn't it?
I don't know when it is.
Even if it is, it will be on one. It will be on Sky Sports or BT Sport.
What is this? Pay for the box office games or something? Hey, Total Sport Tech is getting all of the views now.
Total Sport Tech, bro. I've been using that since like year 10, man.
Yeah.
For like all like La Liga game or like all Barcelona games I want to watch, just head over straight to Total Sport Tech. So quality, but anyway, we're going off topic completely. So
yeah,
the City Arsenal game now. Yeah, that's what. Okay, so even if Aubameyang is actually injured, I would still back us to do well, just because for me, Willian and Lacazette are big game players. Like those are like, two players that always turn up in the big games. Because, I feel like with them, their weaknesses are their inconsistency. So more often than not, you'll see them pop up in the big games. Pepe, that could be a weakness for us. I'd actually rather see... But you know what? Pepe v Mendy, I'd back Pepe 100%.
Yeah, so I was going to say, Pepe's a wild card. Who knows if he's turn up or not? And against
exactly. You don't know which Pepe you get.
Yeah, and especially Mendy, I'd definitely favour the chances of Pepe turning up rather than not. But yeah, I still think, you just can't replace what Aubameyang brings to the team. So, I mean, it's fair enough you having faith, even if
Aubameyang... he's only scored one goal this season in the Prem. So...
Oh, listen. You know the Aubameyang injury thing, yeah. So I've just been reading, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So he got called up for Gabon, yeah, to play against some country called Benin or something, and the Arsenal doctor sent a certificate indicating that he won't be able to play for that game, so he withdrew from the squad.
Oh, that could be. Well, that could be
was
one
after
of
the Sheffield United game.
Even if it's a small injury though, like from the
was
international break.
Yeah, he was in training. He was in training. Yeah, he was in training, but yeah, this is what I mean. He could come back fit, but the ankle still might be a problem for him.
I don't know. For me, probably we've done that. You know, like where you're protecting your players, you don't want them to get injured.
Exactly.
We have a tough run of games coming up.
It sounds like a small injury, and with this like pulling them out of international duty, like even with the smallest of injuries or illness or whatever, they pull them out. They don't want to take chances from international games because obviously they gain nothing from that. So I wouldn't say them pulling them out of the Gabon game is anything big or anything surprising. I don't think that indicates a big injury or anything like that. I honestly wouldn't be surprised if it was a really small injury that lasted not even a few days, and he'll come back fit for the City game. Obviously, there's a chance that he won't, but I think he'll come back fit for the City game.
Yeah, I think we'd be more shocked to see him out of the team than actually in it.
So, should we do the combined 11?
Yes.
Okay.
I'll start with goalkeeper. I'm going for Ederson.
You're going for Ederson?
Yep.
I'm sticking Leno in there personally.
Jeez, come on it, bro. 100% for me, Leno. Like, honestly, I was really scared when he went straight back into the team ahead of Martinez. After like not really having, he had a few preseason games, not that many, but for me it was a big show of faith from Arteta to put Leno in goal. But he's completely, repaid back that faith by putting in once again what we saw from him last season, where defense still looking a little bit shaky, and especially against like West Ham, where we were lucky to get away with a win. He just pulls out incredible saves. And to an extent, he still does carry our defence a little bit.
No, I'm going to have to go with Ederson because I just think as an overall goalkeeper, Ederson's better. And like Ederson's ball playing ability is the best in the league.
Well, then bloody stick him in midfield, bro. I want to keep it. Thanks. Did you see the way Ederson dropped the ball against Leeds United?
Ederson is definitely much more mistake prone, and it's too much for me to say his ball playing abilities trumps Leno as a goalkeeper. I think Leno's just more consistent, and as an out and out goalkeeper, right? Let's put aside errors and let's put aside ball playing. I think Leno and Ederson, they're quite similar, but I'd still put Leno over Ederson in that sense as well. So if we're putting ball playing, of course, as a goalkeeper. But with ball playing, obviously, Ederson, if we're looking at goalkeepers, Ederson has definitely got the best distribution. But error, I think...
Leno's still good on the ball.
Yeah, definitely. But Ederson is just definitely much at the top of that. But Ederson, he's too error prone compared to Leno. He's too error prone. And I just fancy Leno as a better keeper, to be honest.
He done bits against you as well, Leno.
All right. Okay.
No. As in, like, the like the 3-1 game. I feel like we could have easily lost that 6 or 7-1, but luckily Leno was there to save us numerous occasions.
To be fair,
even the League Cup game, where like I thought we were a little bit lucky to, go to penalties as a draw. I feel like definitely you deserve to win that game.
Yeah, he did very well actually. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, you're right about the errors. I just checked here. Since Leno joined,
Oh, Statman.
What's it? Yeah, yeah. Edison's had one more error leading to goal.
Okay, but that doesn't account for the errors that weren't leading.
And Leno's got a better save success and everything.
You think about the amount of times
yeah,
is exposed, and like he has so many more opportunities to make mistakes than Edison. Like last season,
yeah, that's why I said his save success is better as well.
I think it was up until like game week 24 or something. Leno was, the second keeper with the most saves in the league behind Dubravka, which obviously shows that he's a good keeper. But it says a lot about what our defense has been like.
So you're really trying to change my mind now?
I'm trying again. I mean, it worked with Richarlison. Let's see if it works. I don't know.
No, I'm still gonna stick with Edison. So you guys, if Ishan has the deciding vote, so I'm gonna stick with Edison.
I've gone with Leno. Yeah, I've said why. So Leno.
Leno it is. This is
Leno is.
2 centre backs. So for me, I think it's 3. You've got Gabriel, Laporte, and Ruben Dias.
Ooh.
Are there any disagreements that there's another player?
No.
Okay.
Yeah, no, I can't think of any other players. So out of those 3, I'm saying Gabriel and Laporte, just because I haven't seen enough of Ruben Dias in the Premier League, or at all, actually.
Yeah.
Acting like I watched him in the other league. No, I haven't seen enough of him at all. But especially not in the Premier League. So I'm going with Gabriel and Laporte.
Yeah, Gabriel also won Player of the Month for Arsenal. I mean, obviously it's just our club, so I'm not sure if that's saying, crazy amounts of how good he's been. But every single match that he has played, or at least for 2 out of the 3, he got man of the match, like an official one. So
no, okay.
Me and Laporte.
Mo, any disagreement?
Yeah, I have to go with Gabriel and Laporte. Gabriel and Laporte, because I haven't even listen. I'm not gonna lie to you. Yeah, I didn't know who Ruben Dias was before Man City signed him.
You didn't know who he was?
No, because I didn't watch him. I didn't watch him play to know who he was. I don't watch the Portuguese league.
Yeah, I don't follow what's happening in other leagues.
From OSM.
OSM? How did you even know him from OSM? Oh my god.
Because he's quite young, so I think he's 24.
The only other league that I might, 24 or something like that.
Yeah.
The only other leagues that I follow is maybe because Dortmund have improved. I just watch Dortmund games or Bayern Munich games and La Liga. That's it. And sometimes a PSG game highlight, but that's about it.
Yeah, I only really follow La Liga. Apart from that, nothing else. I mean, yeah, I'll see what the other league tables looking like, but in terms of actually watching the games, only La Liga.
I only watch the highlights. Yeah.
Oh, I don't at all follow any of the other leagues. I don't know what's happening in any of the leagues or anything like that. I'm just
so it's just gone down from. It's gone down from me watching 4 of the 5 leagues, and then Jay going 2 of the 5 leagues, and then Ishan's just Premier League.
I'm just Premier League merchant. Everything I see, everything I need to see, I see off Instagram or hear from you guys or my cousins or something. So, so yeah, I don't know what's going on in any of the leagues, but
yeah,
I'm a Premier League genius.
Over.
So, all right. So, fullbacks then. Let's go with the right back.
Right back.
Kyle Walker, Cancelo, Bellerin, Maitland-Niles.
I'll have to go with...
Who are you going to go for?
I was going to go for Kyle Walker, but I don't know.
I'm leaning towards
Kyle Walker.
Yeah.
I just like Cancelo more.
What?
Why is that?
I thought you were going to say even Bellerin's better than Cancelo.
As a player, I just like Cancelo.
No, you like his
okay.
FIFA card.
You played
You don't
FIFA?
like Cancelo, you like his FIFA card.
Right.
Who's?
Cancelo.
Okay, is that it, Mo? Do you want to tell us what's the difference between Cancelo and Kyle Walker?
Bro,
apart
it's
from
FIFA,
the
innit?
card?
Let's be honest. It's FIFA.
Look, as an overall right back, Walker's better, but I just
You've
like
got nothing.
Cancelo.
You're actually waffling so much.
I know. I've literally no, because I watched him at Juve. Look
Look at me. I
For that
watched
one
top 5
season.
leagues. I watched all 4 of the top 5 leagues.
Yeah,
But I
for
like
that
Cancelo better
for that
'cause of
one
his
game
FIFA
against
card.
Atletico Madrid.
Because of his FIFA card. Okay.
As
jokes.
And plus, I just don't like Walker. His face just bothers me.
His face
Wow.
bothers you. Okay, so we've got. So we've got. You've gone for Cancelo over Walker because of Walker's face. Cancelo's FIFA card. Good stuff.
Oh, bro.
But as an overall player, I'll have to go with Kyle Walker.
Wait, so who are you going for? Cancelo or Walker? As a right
Walker.
back.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
It would have been between Bellerin or Walker. Like, Bellerin's really stepped it up this season and in recent games, but the consistency that Walker has shown over the past, 6-7 years, you have to put Walker in there, I think.
Yeah, I agree with what you're saying. I think, I don't know if this is just because I haven't seen enough of Cancelo, but Bellerin comes over Cancelo for me, and then Kyle Walker comes to the top. Yeah, because of what you're saying, right? Bellerin's been improving and whatever, recent form and stuff, and Cancelo hasn't really had a game for City, or he hasn't really had a consistent shout in that right back position for City. So Kyle Walker for me is definitely consistency, and for both England and City, and he's versatile. You know, he can play centre back, and he can attack and
play goal as well. Yeah.
Oh yeah, he can play in goal. How could I forget?
He's the only goalkeeper to keep a clean sheet against Atlanta last season.
Yeah.
All right, Statman mode. Let's keep calm down.
All right, are we doing left back?
Yeah.
I mean, for me, the order is Tierney, Kolasinac, and then Mendy. So, with me, Tierney...
I don't think Kolasinac or Mendy need to be in this conversation at all.
Yeah,
if you don't go with Tierney, you're just...
Yeah. Let's address the main point. Tierney definitely gets in that team first by far.
Yeah.
And then we can talk about Kolasinac and Mendy, which order they come in. So we're saying Tierney, of course. Tierney's confirmed in there, definitely. And then Jay, do you want to continue talking about Kolasinac over Mendy?
You know, honestly, I don't actually want to talk about either of them. I'd rather we just go for
Cool, good stuff. I was kind of scared of that conversation.
There are lost cause.
Yeah.
Lost cause.
Okay, midfield 3. This is going to be for us, I think. Wait, so right now we've got 3 Arsenal players, 2 Man City. So yeah, midfield.
Right, midfield. Let me just get out the squads because I'm kind of struggling to think. Kevin De Bruyne. Yeah, definite.
I mean, Kevin De Bruyne, Bernardo Silva, and actually no, it's about. Bernardo Silva's a right winger.
He's played in the middle as well.
I mean, I have to pick Arsenal players here. So De Bruyne, I'm gonna go for De Bruyne, Ceballos, and Thomas Partey.
So from that whole packed midfield of Man City, only De Bruyne gets in.
Who else would you put in then?
I'll just tell you Man City's midfield, yeah. Gundogan, Rodrigo, De Bruyne, but...
I don't think Rodri or Gundogan get in.
What about Fernandinho?
No.
Foden?
No, not anymore. Maybe 2 years ago, yeah. But not anymore.
Whoa. So you don't think any of those players are not better than Ceballos?
No. If you said to me, would you swap Ceballos, like in the current Arsenal team, would you swap Ceballos for any of Man City's midfielders to actually play in the same position as him? Maybe I'll take De Bruyne. And not maybe, sorry. I only said maybe, right? Because obviously, like, Ceballos plays a bit deeper for us. But out of, like, the people that I've listed, I wouldn't take any of them.
All right, I would say De Bruyne, Gundogan. And you know what? I'm not going to lie, yeah, I would have said Partey, but I've never seen him play. I've only seen him play of that Liverpool versus Atletico Madrid game.
But you've done bits that game.
Yeah, of course, but you can't judge someone off of one game.
Yeah, but then judge what he's done at Atletico, innit?
I haven't watched him play to judge him, but according to everyone, he's a tank. So I can't make that.
Interesting one.
Because I put Gundogan over Ceballos because you said kind of.
No. Arsenal. If you go up to any Arsenal fan, they will tell you that they would not take him over Ceballos.
But if you go to any City fan, they would not take Ceballos over Gundogan.
Yes, they would.
Wait, what?
To be fair, we don't have any.
He starts for Spain. I'm not saying like
City fans to consult, so.
Like to start in Spain's midfield surely means something.
Who's in Spain's midfield right now? I don't know.
Got David Silva.
David Silva.
Is he still playing for Spain? I'm sure he must have retired from international.
I don't think of anyone, if I'm being honest. My mind's gone blank.
Yeah, I suppose if we're looking at it that way, we have to think about the competition for the places. But honestly, my mind's going blank on who's in Spain's midfield, and
yeah,
I'll check that.
Well, it's going to be Belgian.
No, it's German.
What is German?
Yeah, no, I thought it was either German or Belgian. I just blanked on it again. but
yeah,
German midfield. Yeah, I've been thinking this whole time. Actually, I'm still not 100% certain. So, De Bruyne, Thomas Partey, and I'm thinking Ceballos or Foden.
Ooh.
Yeah.
That's one.
Foden has
players, but yeah, both quality.
Yeah, two quite different players. Foden, as much as I didn't want to like him, has impressed me a lot.
Isn't it same, bro?
Yeah.
I don't want to rate him at all, but he's hard. I can't.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. I've kind of joined the rating Foden gang. As much as I tried to stay out of it, so.
Yeah, you don't like him too much, do you?
Who, Phil Foden?
Yeah.
No, as a player and his ability wise, I do rate him. I just don't, like I said, I don't like his face.
I knew that was coming. I knew it was coming.
No, because he looks like such a tryhard. Like,
what do you mean he looks like such a tryhard? He's on flipping, who knows how much money a week for a 18-year-old.
No, you don't understand. Like, when he passes the ball, like, it's like a 5-yard pass, but he has so much expression in his face. It just pisses me off.
Why does that piss you off so much?
No, because I'm thinking to myself, why are you trying to exaggerate like the pass? Like, anyone can pass that with their eyes closed. Like, you're huffing and puffing like it's like a 20-yard pass or 20-yard sprint or something.
What are you saying? He's out of breath?
No, his facial expression is like, you know, when he starts like blowing like air for no reason when he's passing. Like, seriously, it really triggers me when someone's trying to make like not such a complicated situation complicated. They start making it seem like it's so difficult to make a 5-10 yard pass. And then, you know, when he shoots, every time he shoots, his eyebrows like start like rising, and then he's making that face and shooting. It really pisses me off.
Bad people do that. People do that. A lot of people do that. I do that as well when I like take a shot. Like, I reason, bro, that's not some weird thing.
Why have you paid so much attention to it, Mo?
Isn't it?
Because every time he does,
every time he does something, got his own personal camera just for photos. Every
time he does something, the whole like the whole camera goes on his face, and he's making such a weird.
Okay,
why are we talking about this
face.
as a?
I'm just like, bro, you're pissing me off.
Why
Can
does
we
his
move on?
facial expression?
This is the stupidest thing I've
Why
ever
does his
heard.
facial expression affect his footballing ability?
Exactly. Come on.
You don't like his face.
I'm not saying his no, his footballing ability is. I would say he is probably the second best youngster in the league right now. Yeah,
Bro, if you
Behind?
say Greenwood ahead of him,
God no.
like my boy, innit?
oh my.
To be fair, it's close. For me, it's close between Greenwood and Foden. I don't know who I put first between Greenwood and Foden. Maybe Foden, just by
Plus,
a
they're
bit.
playing completely different positions.
What are we talking about? The person that's going to be second to bloody like Bukayo Saka? Because right now he's better than both of them. He's the one that's been putting the performances in consistently week in, week out.
Okay, Saka's on their level, but I don't think he's better than both of them.
On
I
their
still
level,
think...
bro. He's beyond their level. He can, bro. If you played Greenwood at bloody like centre mid, he'd be shaking right now.
Because he's not a centre mid, that's
Greenwood's a
why.
striker.
Bro, you play Saka right back, you play him left back, you play him left wing, you play him right wing, you play him centre mid, you play him attacking mid.
It's easier for a midfielder to adapt to defending than it is for a striker.
Bro, I mean,
Right.
he's versatile. He's
Versatility is a very, very good aspect to have from a player, but versatility alone doesn't make him better quality than Foden and Greenwood.
he got the third most assists last season out of all the players in the Prem.
Did he?
Yeah, not like obviously assists coming from the Prem only, but in all competitions out of people in the Prem, he got the third most.
Okay, I've got to say that means nothing to me. That hasn't changed my opinion.
That means nothing.
No, it doesn't.
Only De Bruyne and bloody like Trent have beaten him.
As I said, he's on their level, right? But I just still would put Foden and Greenwood just above him.
What are you on about, Jay? Because last season in the Prem, he got 5 assists.
Oh, are you okay? This guy's deaf.
Oh, did you say in all competitions?
Yeah.
1 second. You guys continue discussing it.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I'm trying. Foden is just like he's that creative player. Like that, I would have taken him at Liverpool. Like that's what we needed. That's what I was saying. We need a creative midfielder.
Saka has more assists than Foden.
Okay, but Foden's just not had as many minutes. He's just not had anywhere near as many minutes
than Foden. And why is that? Because clearly.
Why is that? Should we look at City's midfield?
No, but Saka was getting them from left back, so.
That's just because of the system, right? It's like Robertson and Trent getting it from left back and right back. I'm not denying Saka's an amazing player, right? But I just think if we're looking at quality, individual quality in their best positions, I think Greenwood and Foden come above Saka.
Yeah, if you're talking about one position, yes, I agree with you. But you don't. When you're talking about a footballer, you don't talk about one position. You talk about them as a whole.
Yeah,
you're not going to start talking about Ronaldo playing in defence.
Generally, you sort of talk about them in one position, and versatility is a separate aspect, which is obviously a positive.
Yeah, but it's an aspect that you take into account.
And I'm taking it into account, and I'm still saying...
You're not. If you did, you'd put Saka over them too.
No, it doesn't come that much into account for me. It doesn't affect it that much for me. Okay,
we're getting off topic here. A lot.
We're not getting off topic, bro. Like, we're talking about a youngster from Arsenal, a youngster from City.
Why are you so pissed off for?
Because Saka's so much better than both of them. It's actually a joke.
I'd be interested to see other Arsenal fans' opinions on this, actually.
What I know is that Liverpool fans were getting gassed when like there were reports that Saka was going to sign a deal with Liverpool.
But no one is denying Saka's ability. We're just saying he's not better than Greenwood or Foden.
That is denying his ability.
No,
how is that denying his ability?
Yes, it is. Because he's better than both of them. So clearly,
no, it's not.
Jesus. Bro, has Greenwood ever played for England?
Oh my
Yes,
god!
yes.
Wait, has he?
No, he hasn't.
It's a dumb
He
argument
did
anyway.
not play for England.
Dumb
when he-
has
argument
played
anyway. It
for
doesn't
England.
matter if he's played for
I'm
England.
not gonna lie, that was stupid argument. Forget. But that doesn't change the fact that Saka is still better than both of them. I mean, I'm glad we're not talking about any Liverpool players right now. You're youngsters instead. Let's be honest.
Hey, listen, I never brought Liverpool into the equation. Why'd you have to bring it up? Bro, I never brought any Liverpool players into the equation.
Saka. You were disrespecting him. So
no, I'm not disrespecting him. I'm giving him.
Yes,
all
We're
the
not
credit.
disrespecting him. We're telling you, if you had to pick the best 3 youngsters in the league, I would go for Greenwood, Foden, and Saka.
Same, yeah, exactly.
Talking about who's going to come second place to Saka, then yeah, it's a tough decision.
No, we're not talking about that. We're talking about Saka's third, and I'm wondering if Greenwood or Foden deserves the top spot.
Okay. I mean, if we want to compare the two, right? Look, okay, Greenwood. How many games did United play in the Europa League? You got what was it to the semi-finals?
Yep.
Yeah, we got knocked out in the round of 16, maybe even before then. But Saka still won best youngster of the tournament. Greenwood didn't even get a nomination. That should say something about.
I mean, the guy did score 5 goals in 9 games,
but he didn't get a nomination, and Saka won the award.
Okay.
I'm not saying bias or anything. We got knocked out in the round of 16 or round of 32, whatever it was.
I mean, Modric won the Ballon d'Or. That doesn't mean he's the best player in the world.
Bro, that was fucking... Yeah, that is literally the stupidest thing I've ever heard. Okay, that was back in 2018. This award was given out 2 months ago.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is awards don't mean that much. They don't
No,
mean...
but that was... Awards do... Are you
awards don't
serious?
mean... Awards don't mean everything. Awards aren't everything.
Are we saying De Bruyne wasn't the best player in the Premier League?
No, we're not saying that, but I'm saying awards aren't everything.
Was Trent not the best youngster in the Premier League last year?
You can tell
was
that they're
Trent
the best
player in the
You
Premier
can tell
League
that they're the best players in whatever by looking at other things apart from awards they've won, like stats and how they play and stuff like that.
Yeah,
right?
and Saka got the 3rd most assists in all competitions out of all the players in the Premier League.
Yeah,
ahead of the entire United squad, ahead of the entire Liverpool squad, apart from Trent. So,
Mo, have you verified that stat?
Oh, Saka's stats, I haven't checked. 1 second.
bro, he checked it, he saw I was right, and he was like, I'm going to...
No, I didn't even check it properly. 1 second. Last season, yeah? Assists.
Yeah, how many?
5,
in all.
6.
For me, Greenwood as a striker, right? His finishing, his both feet, and his just his play as a striker is way better than I'd expect. How old is he? 20? 19?
No, it's 19.
19. It's way better than I expected 19 to be, especially his finishing.
Yeah, I agree 100% with that.
And Foden, the creative midfielder he is, I don't want to use the word sauce, but for some reason it's coming to my head more than any other word. He's just saucy.
Saucy.
He's just a saucy midfielder.
Saucy.
So you said Saka was had the most assists last season, yeah?
Third
most assists in all competitions.
3rd, yeah?
Behind Trent and De Bruyne.
So he had 11 altogether last season.
He did 11 altogether. He got more than that.
He got 5 in the Premier League, 4 in the Europa League, 1 in the FA Cup, and 1 in the League Cup.
Bro, I know. Bro, where are you getting your stats from?
Transfermarket.co.uk.
It sounds more accurate. It sounds more accurate than what you were saying, to be honest, Jay. I don't know because I haven't researched it, but I'm just saying, it sounds more accurate.
So obviously, I made a mistake.
Jay, you said that.
It was defensive only that he got.
Jay, you were completely wrong when you said he had the 3rd most.
Jay,
it was one minor detail. It was one minor detail.
It was completely wrong. He had 11 assists. Salah had more.
Mane had more.
Yeah.
Mane did not have more.
Yes, he did.
How many did he have?
Mane had 4.
Foden had 2 less assists in so many less minutes. It's actually incredible. So
So
if we're talking about stats,
got more assists than Foden playing from attacking mid. That's literally what we're saying right now. Saka playing from left back has got more assists than Foden from attacking midfield.
Yeah, but the left back. Okay, right. If we're looking, if you're using the fullback argument, let's look at Trent and Robbo, and let's look at modern fullbacks.
That's because your attack focuses from your bloody
Well, evidently yours does as well. If you're arguing for assists on fullbacks.
Just a baller. Just a baller. We've never tried to focus our attacks on the wing. It just happens to be that way because the guy is too good.
Okay.
What?
It just happened. No. It just happens to be that way because he's a baller, Mo. No. Absolutely. You can't argue with that. Like,
yeah, we're not arguing that he's not a good player. We're just saying
your style of play to fit that player if they're that good.
Yeah, but if your fullbacks are getting assists, bro, that means you're playing like that as well.
Bellerin didn't get many assists. Bro, he literally got no assists last season.
He got forward. He definitely got forward.
Bellerin
didn't get any assists.
Yeah,
and when it comes to Bellerin, people always talk about how good he is going forward and how he's weak defensively. Anyway, Maitland-Niles didn't get, that many assists. Neither did, obviously, Tierney or Kolasinac. But, yeah.
Did Kolasinac play last season?
He did. Bro, he got an assist against you, so... he definitely...
I'm not even disrespecting it. I can't remember.
Oh, but yeah, he played against you lot, so...
Okay. I'm just saying, can't disrespect. We're not disrespecting Saka. We're just saying Greenwood and Foden are better. But that's your choice. If you want to believe that.
Bro, that's not a choice. It's not an opinion. It's a fact. But I feel like we should move on because it isn't getting anywhere.
Yeah, I don't think we'll agree with you on that.
It was the combined 11 midfield. How have we got here? Oh my god! Okay,
it's because you brought up.
Because we would.
Oh
yeah, and then I said I don't like his facial expressions.
Okay, so my combined 11 for Arsenal, my combined midfield 11 for Arsenal and City is Kevin De Bruyne, Thomas Partey, and Phil Foden.
Okay, I'm gonna go De Bruyne.
I'm gonna go for Kevin De Bruyne. Okay.
Go on, Jay.
What?
De Bruyne, Partey, playoffs.
And Mo?
I'm going for De Bruyne, Gundogan, and Partey.
So De Bruyne and Partey are the two definites.
Okay, yeah, Mo. I'm gonna try and explain. Field spot. I'm gonna need to try and explain Gundogan again because I'm not sure like where you're getting him from.
Yeah. Like what attributes?
Oh, Gundogan. So I'd say Gundogan's passing ability is amazing. I think he's very underrated because people don't see the work he actually puts in. I just think that his passing, his movement of the ball, his like sudden bursts of dribbling, and I just think he's very underrated. I've seen him like many occasions where he's been the key figure. What the hell was that figure? What key figure where he's been moving the ball around the midfield, but I don't think he gets much notice of it. I just rate Gundogan as a player because I saw him at Dortmund as well.
And such a stacked midfield, isn't it?
Yeah, I can agree with.
It's just that Man City team.
Yeah, literally. It's like where like Busquets, like he's so underrated because of obviously all the amazing players that Barcelona had. I think it's a similar thing with Gundogan where they had De Bruyne, Fernandinho, David Silva, like Bernardo Silva playing really, really well. Like a couple seasons ago, and he went under the radar definitely.
I think I agree with all the attributes you listed, and that he's underrated and stuff like that. But I think with the other players that City have in their midfield, and the fact that Gundogan hasn't been able to consistently break into the City midfield, just tells us that there are better players in the City ranks than Gundogan. Even though he's underrated and he has all those abilities, attributes you said. I think just like speciality-wise for each of the roles in the City midfield, I think there are better players. And
that Silva leaving was like a crazy, crazy big opportunity for him to step up and say, you know what, I'm going to secure this position and try and take away from Foden. But obviously, he hasn't done that. I mean, there have been a few times where I think it's been a bit harsh on him because when Fernandinho got injured, and he had to play in that position. This was like obviously back in the 18-19 season before they had Rodri, and there were like, quite a few performances where he'd be at fault for the goals where they didn't have enough defensive cover, and I think he got a lot of, I'd say, unfair criticism for that, considering it's not his natural position. But I feel like if Ceballos played in that role, I think he would have performed to a much higher level with his additional defensive qualities that, for me, make him the player that needs to get into this combined 11.
Like
I don't see. Yeah, I was gonna say he had to bring him in, didn't he?
Yeah, it was quite good. It was a good transition, though. It was a good transition. I liked it. Go on, Mo. I think you've cut out.
I don't know. I just think that because I saw I saw Gundogan at Dortmund for that one season when they went to the final of the Champions League, and I thought he was incredible. And then when Man City signed him, I just thought he was going to be doing really well. And I've always liked him as a player, and I think, I don't know, it's just that flair he has with the ball. I think it's just that I like watching that, and that's why I pick him, because I think his ability-wise with the ball, I think he's one of the best. But obviously, Ceballos is better without the ball, I would say. But yeah, I'm still gonna stick with Gundogan.
Okay, I want to properly now talk about my opponent, Ceballos. So, if we're talking about physical attributes, I don't think any of them really offer anything. So there's no point in getting into that. But I feel like in terms of dribbling ability, Ceballos can definitely compete with those two. I think his passing ability, if it's not the best out of those three, it's definitely probably joint with Gundogan. And then, for me, I said defensively, he just outshines the other two completely. The way that he can transition the ball from like a late slide tackle, not a late slide tackle. That makes it sound like a foul. But he's picked up the ball, he's nicked it off a player, and then he transitions it from defense to attack quickly. I don't think either of those two have any kind of ability to do that at all. And so for me, that's what makes him stand out from the other two.
Yeah, so I don't think we're ever all going to agree on one, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to drop Foden, because I couldn't really argue him very well. I couldn't articulate it. The only word I came up with was sauce. So I'm going to drop Foden. I'll decide between Ceballos and Gundogan, and I'm going to go with Ceballos, I think.
Oh my days.
Come on, I'm doing well today. I'm doing well.
Jay's missed the persuasion today. Jay's missed the persuasion.
Bloody hell.
So yeah, I'm going to go Ceballos over Gundogan and Foden.
So you would think you think that Ceballos will be able to get into that Man City team more than Gundogan?
That's a different question.
Okay, that's a different question because
you don't need to get into that. All we know is that Ceballos, Partey, and De Bruyne have made it into the midfield.
That is a slightly different question, which is a bit more interesting actually. But let's not get into that. Yeah, let's not get into that. That's an interesting one. We could be talking about that for a while. So
you know what? Yeah,
we'll go with the combined 11 for now. I think Ceballos gets into the combined 11, but him getting into the City squad more than Gundogan is a different story.
I'm
not sure how.
I'm just going to say, I was completely shocked that none of you brought up Bernardo Silva. I thought if one of you did, I would have really struggled to find a way to get both Arsenal players in. But yeah.
No, the only reason I didn't say Bernardo Silva is because he's been playing on the wing for Man City. Yeah,
but obviously, like with, for me, his best position is actually still centre mid or like in that central role.
Yeah, it's because of his work rate.
Yeah. Workhorse, man. Crazy. But should we move on to the attack now?
Yeah.
Okay.
So the attack's an interesting one.
There's going to be a lot of.
I think it's pretty straightforward.
I am struggling.
I'm struggling for a striker.
Oh, I'm thinking. I'm weighing up Mahrez and Pepe, and I'm weighing up Aguero and Aubameyang and Lacazette, and then left wing I'm weighing up Aubameyang and Sterling. So for me, I'll break it down. Ooh. So left wing I'll put Aubameyang.
Yeah.
So I can then have Aguero, and then right wing I'm still struggling between Mahrez and Pepe actually.
Oh.
I'll let you guys discuss, and I'll make a decision by then.
Can I say something here?
Yeah.
So basically, at first I was gonna say Aubameyang or Aguero up front, but because Ishan said left wing, I'm thinking if Aubameyang plays on the left wing, Aguero plays up front, and Mahrez plays on the wing, because Mahrez is so underrated. His goal contributions last season. Wait, you know what? I'm supposed to be the person with the stats, but I don't know. But I know it's really high. I think he got one of the highest, goal contributions last season, and many people didn't see that. So I'm going for Mahrez, Aguero, and Aubameyang.
I mean, I don't know if Mahrez was it that high.
Let me check because.
But for me, either way, regardless of how many goals and assists that he got, for me it was always going to be Aubameyang, Aguero, and Mahrez. Mahrez consistently has just been, proven he is that world-class player. And you know what? I actually take it as a very good compliment that you're sort of struggling between Pepe and Mahrez, Ishan. But for me, it's 100% Mahrez makes that right winger spot.
Yeah, the thing is,
so going back to the goal contributions. Mahrez got 20 goal contributions last season, 11 goals and 9 assists.
In all competitions or Prem?
No, just the Premier League.
Oh,
wow!
That definitely went up over a lot of people's heads.
Yeah, so as soon as I passed it over to you guys,
because I checked it, and then
I started thinking about every time I'd seen Pepe play, and then obviously you guys telling me, putting all the Mahrez stats up and stuff like that is definitely convinced me of Mahrez. Yeah, it's just Pepe it seems a bit more, a bit more inconsistent, and he's just not. Mahrez has proved himself definitely more than Pepe has.
I know what you mean.
Yeah. No, it's what you said. So I'm just agreeing with what you said. So yeah, Mahrez. I didn't want to have the Aubameyang Aguero conversation. Who's better?
Yeah. Oh god, that would have been awful.
Yeah. Just think Aubameyang left wing and Aguero up front.
I didn't want to start that up because I was going to put Aguero if that happened, because of the last 10 years. Aguero has been doing so well in the Premier League, and it's just that because of injuries.
You've just started it up now. You've said that.
Bro, I don't want to. Let's end it here. I don't want.
No, I'm just saying if it was between them up front.
No, you're not saying anything, Mo. You're not saying anything.
Mo just wants to get this started up, bro. He's like, no, I don't want to start up, and he's starting up.
Okay. All right. Let's say the starting 11 from goalkeeper to striker gone.
All right, so Leno in goalkeeper, and then we've got the centre backs, which are Gabriel and Laporte, Tierney and Kyle Walker, I think, were the confirmed fullbacks, and then we had Thomas Partey, Kevin De Bruyne, and Ceballos in the midfield. And then Aubameyang left wing, Mahrez right wing, and Aguero up front.
More Arsenal players, than City players.
That's what I just don't understand. How can more Arsenal players get into
because their squad
depth
is just ridiculous. If we were talking about B teams, it would be a whole different story, mate. They'd have Gabriel Jesus, we have bloody let's not talk about the squad depth. But yeah,
it shows the kind of quality that Arsenal have in their team now, so that they can actually challenge for top 4 and FA Cups and Europa Leagues and whatever.
Yeah, I have to go back on my Premier League prediction when I put them 6th. I'm not gonna lie to you. When Jay said that they were to
be honest, I was surprised. I didn't think you meant it like that.
No, but when Jay said that they were going to finish fourth, I thought he was deluded. But I'm not going to lie, watching Arsenal play these days, ooh,
Wait,
Yeah.
What did you say?
I said yeah.
Mhm.
I predicted them to finish sixth, and when you said fourth, like I thought you were deluded as hell, yeah. But
Yeah.
now watching Arsenal play this season, like even though it's only been 4 games,
Mhm.
I don't like it. I don't like the way they play. It's a bit
Honestly,
annoying.
I had predicted us to be fourth. I'm pretty sure at the time I thought Coutinho and Aouar would have come as well, along with the current signings that we made. So, still
So
not.
who are we going for manager?
Oh, manager.
For me, this is going to sound controversial again, but especially after in the City's recent form, for me, Pep is still for me, he's the greatest manager of all time. So I'm going to go with Pep.
Oh, okay, I would have thought. Okay, so I would have thought after you said it was controversial, I would have thought you were going Arteta. I don't think.
That's what I thought
Pep,
as well.
best manager of all time. I think that was a controversial bit.
Personally, I don't think he's the best manager of all time. He's definitely up there, but I don't think he's the best. But it would be rude to put Arteta over Pep.
Yeah, after like one FA Cup, I could be chills.
Yeah. Arteta's made a brilliant start. Don't get me wrong, but
Yeah.
he's not quite at the stage where we can put him over Pep. So Pep is the
Yeah,
manager.
Pep did win 6 trophies in his first season.
Oh, mad. Okay. Well, I think we have our answer.
Okay, yeah.
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 All right, so that wraps up our Premier League preview of Arsenal versus Man City. Again, that should be a close game. Looking forward to watching that one. And we'll see. Well, we'll see what happens.